Hey guys, it's Reese. Welcome back to the channel. So yeah, I am doing a kind of unique live stream today because it's Toy Car Baseball, then it's MLB TSB 23 phone and iPad team weekend recaps and updates for those teams of which players are staying and not staying on those two teams. And then after that, I'm going to talk about a diecast cars topic that I know a lot of channels talk about, but they don't talk about it for as long as I probably will plan on in this live stream. So yeah, it might be one or two topics for the diecast cars special topic like stuff. So just be ready for that. If I get through all three of these things and progress through the live stream quicker than planned, which may or may not happen, it really depends on how long these card baseball games take. Then yeah, we'll have time after all of the scheduled stuff for just fun talk about anything fun like cars, sports, things like that. Anything as long as it's YouTube safe and appropriate. And you know, I'm okay with the side chats at the very not exactly when I'm ending the live stream today, but I'm just saying I'll be okay with that if I get to the fun talk about whatever like cars, um, sports, trading cards, stuff like that. But that's going to be towards nearing the ending part of the live stream. So yeah, um, and if there is time for that, I do want to say that obviously it should be YouTube safe or appropriate, and nothing like that like going to be something that makes anyone in the chat mode feel not safe or not or you know uncomfortable in any way, because that's not what I intend on my channel. I want everyone to have a fun, safe, happy time here on my channel. It's kind of what we do at Rex's Freestyle Pack Rips channel on his live streams. Everyone's having fun talking about trading cards or cars or video games, stuff like that. So I want everyone to have a fun, safe, happy, welcome time here on my channel. So yeah. And to kick off the fun stuff, we're starting off with Toy Car Baseball All-Star Games. I didn't have time to make up team names, so I'm sorry, but we're just going to say that they're probably just going to be All-Star teams 1 through 4, like the numbers. Unless someone comes up with a team name, but then the thing is, I'll probably somehow forget it later on in the game somehow. So yeah. That's only because once I get into these games, I'm so into them, I just completely space out on anything else. Which, will happen because it's part of the fun, because you have to focus on what you're doing. All right, enough talk. Let's see who's playing first. All right, this team's playing first, and they'll be playing against this team. These two will not be playing, so they need to get out of the way. All right, let's get these games started here. Now we just need to figure out who's going to be home and away before I start the game. Well, it looks like this team won that battle to the ball, which is the penning. All right, well, I think they are actually fine staying this way, unless they wanted to be the away team, which means they would be hitting first, but I don't think they will be. Okay, so just so you can see the stuff happening. All right. Well, that's good. Now I need to get the pitching and outfielding stuff and infield stuff. Well, not just the defensive team ready to go. Well, I guess he's going to be pitcher. You're going to be catcher. You're going to be first base. You'll be third base, and you'll be second base. All right. Well, finally, we're going to get the game started here right about now. All right, let's get this game started. Nope, he's safe. Good try, though. That was a really good try. That wasn't even close, and he already took off for second base. Well, that's an easy stolen base. They are going to call it a strike, though, because it was in the strike zone. Oh, and he miscalculates the throw to third. That's unfortunate. So I just had to take care of something really quickly to see if someone's going to be joining the live stream or not. Well, that's an out. And he accidentally didn't even throw it home. That's a costly error, as one of the All-Star teams is ahead. Well, since these are the first two teams playing, why don't we call these 1 and 2, I guess, then? Or, if possible, I could think of names for them, but I just really couldn't think of a name myself for these teams, because I can't really think of anything quite yet. All right, here's how it's going to be. All-Star team number 22, because that's their team captain's number. This will be All-Star team number 19. That's going to be All-Star team number 7, and that'll be All-Star team number 11. There, it works. I know it seems a bit silly, but it should work. Well, they only scored 1 run, so we'll see what happens. And yes, these games are 2 innings long each. All right. All right. Well, it looks like they will be joining the live thing. I'll just have to keep an lookout or eye on the chat mode and see what happens. All right. You're going to be pitching. You're going to be catching. You're going to be first base. You're going to be second base, and you'll be third base. That should work. Well, he accidentally hit it. He hit it, but then he accidentally hit it forwards. But they are still going to call that a hit, though, because the card did actually hit it. He tried to throw it to second, but wasn't able to in time. And that's kind of the same error that cost the team last time. Whoa, that thing literally jumped above the ball. I don't think that's ever happened in toy car baseball history, although it might have, but I don't think they jump above the ball to do that. And he got blocked by the catcher. Wow. He couldn't even throw it to first base in time. So we're tied 1-1 already. Jeez, that car was fast. Still in second. Yep, that's an out. Just had to make sure that it was caught under some part of the car somehow. Otherwise, it would not have been an out. Nope, they're going to call that a single and a wild pitch or throwing error, one of the two. He's going to score because technically he can keep going until the ball's back at home. Well, home for the pitcher, that is, which is the pitching mound in the game. So it's now 1-2. All-Stars team number 19 is ahead of All-Stars team number 22 by 1 run. Yep, that's a hit. Nope, he didn't touch the ball, and the ball wasn't really on the base where he was going to touch it. Well, technically, since he hasn't moved it anywhere, everyone's safe, and he does go to the next base. They're not calling it an error for his hit because he did reach second base safely without it getting thrown. So yeah. All right. Well, anywho, it's still 1-2 now in this game. Okay, that hit off the third baseman, I think, before going fully out of play. So I believe they're going to probably call that a ground rule double. Only because technically cars don't have gloves, but if this car did have a glove, it technically glanced off part of the glove or something, or hit part of the glove and then went out of play. If it didn't really touch the glove at all, it would have been more of a home run. I think it should stay as a ground rule double, only because it didn't clearly clear the home run area the official way. So it's now 1-4 because of that, and he gets a double. Hold on, I gotta check something. May have to send something here really quickly. All right, well, good news. He is still joining. It just may be a bit longer than I thought, but that's fine. People are busy, so I can understand that. Oh my goodness, he accidentally went backwards, and then instead of trying to make more of an effort to catch it, he went backwards, which in doing so cost him a hit. Although because he didn't officially catch it, they are ruling that as a one base error. It's 1-4 in this first game here, so let's see what happens. Not quite enough because there is some of it showing the puck, not the puck, the ball. I'm sorry, but I use this penny as a puck for toy car hockey and a ball for toy car baseball, so you can understand where I was going with that. Anywho, the ball, which is the penny, did not fully go underneath him, so every car can still move up. Well, it's too late. He can't even throw it anywhere because he's off the mound slightly. Well, another run scores. It's now 1-5. He tried to make a better throw that time. It actually cleared the catcher, but it wasn't quite there to do anything. Oh, you need to be on that base, buddy. Otherwise, he could get you out for trying to steal home. Or go home, that is. One of the two. I'm back. Sorry, just did something a little silly, but not important for what I'm focusing on right now, which is the Twitter baseball game. The Beamer's running, but he's not sure what to do because he's unsure if one of the cars is going to try stealing the next base or home plate for one of the two cars, because one of them's at third base, or for this one, first to second. So yeah, it's really hard to tell. It looks like it hit his tire before he actually swung at that, so they can't officially call that an out, but they will say strike one. Yep, that's a hit. It doesn't go fully under him, meaning that there's no extra part of the ball, which is the penny showing, and it's 1-6 now in the first All-Stars game of Troika baseball between All-Stars team number 19 and All-Stars team number 22. That's definitely a hit, and that's 1-7. I don't think he fully touched it. I mean, if he touches it a small bit, that's fine, but if he touches it all the way, then yes, he would be out. Well, now it's 1-7. Bases are reloaded yet again. Interesting how this is happening so many times for the other team. Nope, that's a hit. Clearly avoided the ball that time. Well, it's now 1-8. That's not good. At this rate, I'm surprised they haven't made a pitching change, and I think they are. Pitcher and catcher are just switching spots, so we'll see what happens here then. Ooh, that's an out. There's two gone, finally. That's not good. And that's a grand slam. And that's now 1-12. Well, that's unfortunate. That's not what I wanted to have happen, because it's now an 11-run lead. Nope, he thought he was hoping to get more, but unfortunately, he thought he had got more originally, but clearly that didn't happen. That was kind of a bizarre throw, because I thought it was going to go more at second base area instead of right there in front of the hitter. But that was a bit interesting how that happened. Not quite an out. Nope, it's not. Not enough for an out, sadly. Just checking something again. Sorry, on something again. That was silly, and he just threw it past the third base area, and they're going to call that an out of play error, which is an automatic, I think, 2-base error, so that scores a run then because of that. And it's now 1-13, which is really not good. So I'm just checking the score in my head and calculating it to be sure. Yeah, it is 1-13. Hit the Jaguar, so that's just going to be a double instead. It's now 1-15. That's not good either, though. He asked him, and he was going to get those 2 quick outs really a lot sooner and quicker, so that's unfortunate. Yep, I think that's the final out of the first inning. Alright, well, start top of second. Given the fact they are down by 12 runs, they would have to score 13 to come back. Not to win, but just to come back and, have the other team probably not end up winning. But we'll see if that happens. Alright, let's do this. Nope, he's on the base. That's not an out. That was close there, but not quite. Hey Rex, thanks for joining, buddy. Just playing some Toy Car Baseball All-Stars Edition. Nope, he's safe at second. Good try though. Avoided the throw yet again. Oh, wow, I did not expect that to happen, but it just did. Yeah, the reason it's All-Star Edition is because these cars won't be playing with each other in the actual regular Toy Car Baseball season. Because in that, all the cars in this game wouldn't be separated by country, or for the NASCARs, it would be all the NASCARs kind of stuff. And the ones I'm using right now for these All-Star games for the NASCARs may not be the ones I use for regular season for the NASCAR team for Toy Car Baseball. So yeah, and also each team has a different team captain, which is a NASCAR diecast car. So that's why you've heard those numbers be mentioned a few times for which team is which team, because of the captain number on the NASCAR diecast car. That's game. All-Stars team number 19 is advancing to the finals. Unfortunately, the other one, All-Stars team number 22, got eliminated in the semifinals because it's only 4 teams in total, so there will be 2 teams left. So that's why this is automatically the semifinals for these 4 teams. Hey Rex, I just thought I'd let you know that Brendan should be joining the live stream sometime shortly. I don't know exactly when. Alright. Well, they're going to switch actually. Yep, we got our first team switching sides this time. So, All-Star team number 11 is going to be away instead of home. And All-Star team number 7 is going to be home instead of away. Alright, let's see what happens in this game. Will it be a 10 plus digit blowout like last game was, or not? This will be pitcher, catcher, your first base, second base, and third base. Alright, let's get this game started and underway. Well, that was a quick out. Oh yeah, thanks for hitting the thumbs up button. That was another quick out. Out. That was a fast throw by that MG. Well, MG's one fast thrower for a catcher for a diecast card set. He might actually make it on United Kingdom's Tricar hockey. I mean, not hockey. Baseball teams. Although technically he could make it on both their Tricar sports teams for the Tricar sports stuff I do, the side facing. So we'll see what happens. I do want to talk about something really quickly. I don't know if people are on a holiday or not or whatever, because I know some people, may or may not exactly celebrate today being a holiday or not kind of thing, but I just thought I'd ask because, normally when Rexy joined my live streams, you're normally like on a work job break like thing. That's not going to be an out. He didn't get under the yellow call quite the way it needed to be considered an out for that to happen. That's definitely not an out. First and second with no one out. That was quite a big jump to miss the ball. Alright. This card's up to bat now, and remember, he had a really quick arm as catcher. Well, he's not going to get a grand slam, that's for sure. But he does, I believe, score the first run for either team in this game. Right. Just had to let someone know that Rex was in the live stream. 2 runs have scored for All-Stars team number 7. And the bases are loaded yet again. Oh boy. That's not good. Oh, I think he's here. Yep, he should be. I do believe so. Hey Brendan, thanks for joining. I think that hit his teammate and not the third baseman. Yep, I think that's what they saw too. Again, there's no official, so I have to imaginarily commentate and officiate these games myself. Yep, grand slam. And it's now 0-6. Ulster's team number 7 is ahead by 6 runs now in the bottom of the first inning. Sorry, try to ignore or do whatever you can to block out the background noises. I don't know why I said filter, to be honest. Oh, that's fine. Safe at first. That's definitely gone, and it's into the pile of the pennies, which are the balls I use for these strike car baseball games. Well, for these All-Star ones and for regular ones, that is. It's 0 to 8 now. Okay, yeah, I know. It's a bit weird. You can't really hit that time because it keeps hitting that thing there, so they can't call that strike anything because it's unfair. He's not really physically touching the ball. Okay. Yep, that just went past him, and that's a home run, and it's 0-9 in this game here. Collecting cars unknown. Hey, thanks for joining, buddy. I'm just doing some toy car baseball stuff. The more fun stuff will be happening after this and the TSB 23 team update, weekend recap stuff is done, because I have a special diecast car topic, possibly 2 actually, that I want to talk about, and then when that's done, I'm going to just, leave the rest of the chat to talk about anything fun, as long as it's, safe and whatever. Well, fun and safe kind of topic stuff to talk about. For, not just my live stream purpose, but for, YouTube channel stuff purpose, if you all know what I mean by that. That's not an out whatsoever. These are not all Hot Wheels. No, these are not all Hot Wheels cars. There's actually a mixture of cars. There's NASCARs, there's Hot Wheels, there's Matchbox, there's Hot Wheels premium cars. So yeah, it's a mixture of cars actually. These are not all just Hot Wheels cars on the table. No, I don't collect just Hot Wheels. I collect pretty much almost any diecast car brand that I'm able to find in the USA, that is. And sometimes, if I'm lucky enough, I'll, buy other ones that, aren't super familiar, diecast car brands for USA collectors. Yeah, I'm trying not to focus on that stuff because I'm right now trying to focus on this before I get more distracted by, random comments, because I'm trying to focus on my toy car baseball stuff right now, which is kind of why I said the more fun topic-like stuff will be later in the live stream, so hopefully everyone understood that, because I did kind of mention that before starting this live stream, really. Nope, he's safe that second. That's a foul ball. Nope, he tried to get him out, but he's just going to have to take the one out. I think they only have 1 player out so far in this inning. Yeah, they do, which is kind of funny. Oh my goodness. Someone on my team not playing almost fully caught that. That's hilarious. That's pretty funny. It's a home run into one of the previous team's players. I'm going to need that file. Sorry about that happening now. I'm just calculating the score in my head. I believe it's 0 to 10. I could be wrong, but I think it is. Yep, it's 0 to 10. Another thumbs up. Thank you very much. I'm not sure who did that, but who's ever hitting the thumbs up button, I do really appreciate that very much. The Hot Wheels Jeep, which is the picture, this Hot Wheels Jeep car here. I know exactly which model it is, but Again, I'm probably not wanting to mention the full model, but it's an old Hot Wheels Cherokee of some sort. Forgot where the ball was that time and just allowed a triple because he doesn't not actually get back to the ball until the car for the other team's at third base. I mean, technically, I guess I could consider that an out only because it's like open space back there for that car or SUV or vehicle. Yeah, they're gonna call that an out. Just to be fair. Whoa, there's 4 people here now. Wow, that's awesome. I know I see 3 right now in the chat, but one of them might be leaving shortly. I could be wrong. Okay, that was bizarre. It said there was 4 people. I guess there was 4 watching, which makes sense because they were still in the chat mode. Chat mode has a top chat feature for the live stream. And again, people are going to be busy. I understand that. He better not move, otherwise he's going to be out. Was threw that out of play. That would not have been good for him at all. He tried to throw it to second and instead he doesn't even throw it anywhere. It looks like he just threw it under himself. I'm sorry, but that was really funny what just happened there. All right, back to the game now. And I think that might be the last out. I mean, from there it is, but down there, it's hard to tell. No, they're just going to say strike 1. But they'll have to review it just to be sure. Because it's really hard to overturn something like that. Because I believe if that is an out, it should be the last out of the inning. Yes, it would be. Yep, they are calling it an out. Alright, well, they called it an out, so that's what we're going to stand by. Because again, it was really hard to tell if that was going to be an out or not. Alright. He could be pitcher or catcher just because he did have a really good arm as catcher, so he might be able to catch it a lot quicker as pitcher. They're going to try that and see what happens. Just time through. Alright, let's see what happens here. Wow, there's 1 out. We might actually get a first shutout. 2 out. 1 out away from a shutout. And there's 3 outs, and that's Dean. Alright, well, time for the next thing to happen. I'm going to do probably a much longer live stream for these 2 teams. These teams here, All-Star Team number 7 and not All-Star Team number 11, All-Star Team number 19, because that was the other advancing team from the first one. Right, so I just thought I'd show the 2 advancing teams right now. Since the losing teams are going back to that one. Alright, so here's the 2 winning teams. All-Stars Toy Car Baseball Team number 19 and All-Stars Toy Car Baseball Team number 7. Yes, this time 7's actually a lucky number somehow because it helped their team advance. I just had to mention that. Alright, well, it's now time for the other thing. The team updates stuff, that is. Okay. Anywho, while I wait for the other one to reload, let's start going through the players. You may not be able to see them only because the screen's kind of bright or not bright enough. I'm gonna turn this screen's brightness down, although if it's... Yeah, you can't see anything now then either. Alright, well, I'll just read off some of the players. Remuto, Santana, Marte, Ramirez, Edmund, Reynolds, Santander, Grossman, however you pronounce that player's last name. Freeman, Judge, Bronco, Richmond, Soto, Goldschmidt, Lindor, Stevenson, Anderson. Those are the hitters that I'm saying right now. Although if you really technically want their full names, you can hopefully see that there. I'm going slow so you can see them really slowly and carefully. If you can't read them, which is probably what'll happen, I'll just have to read the player names off anyways. JT Realmuto, Carlos Santana, Ketel Marte, Jose Ramirez, nickname J-Ram. I don't know where they got that name for his nickname, but I think it's kind of funny and a cool nickname. Tommy Edmond, Brian Reynolds, Anthony Santander, Robbie Grossman, however you pronounce his last name, Freddie Freeman, Aaron Judge, which I know Rex says something special when he mentions Aaron Judge cards in his live streams, but I'm not going to mention that because, I don't want to steal people's, ideas for, something fun to say like that. I'll just say Mr. Home Run or 62 home runs for last year just for the fun of it. Adley Rutschman, Wander Franco, however you pronounce his last name, Juan Soto, or for some reason, Juan Solo, or whatever his nickname is. I don't know if Soto's actual nickname for the hitter. So, yeah, that's interesting. Paul Goldschmidt, I know his nickname is Goalie. I don't understand why it is that name for his nickname, but it's kind of fun. It's not so much their content per se, Brendan. It's more of I don't want to steal their fun idea that they say on their live stream. Although Rex isn't the only one who says it in his live stream. Other people will mention it too if they pull the same player card. Player, that is. Well, not the exact same one, but you know what I mean. They'll pull the same player on a different player card thing. It's not exactly copying per se, but whatever. Tyler Stevenson, Francisco Lindor, Tim Anderson. Onto the pitchers now, so we can get through this live stream and get to the more fun stuff, the more fun, free talk-like stuff. Nathan Eovaldi, Yusei Kikuchi, Luis Castillo, Framber Valdez, Justin Steele. And his last name is very funny because it's not the way you want to, probably the normal way you would say the word Steele. Yeah, it's not the normal ways you would spell out the word Steele, which is why I think it's kind of funny. Kenley Jansen, Jordan Romano, Camilo Duval, Paul Sewald, Pierce Johnson. And then there's an inactive one, which is Stephen Ockbert, or however you pronounce his last name. It's a very bizarre last name, so I'm trying my best to pronounce it as best as I can. So yeah, some of those players I just mentioned will be staying on my team. Some of them will be joining my team in future, possibly by the end of this weekend or sometime later on this month or the next 1 or 2 months from now. It just depends on how much leveling up stuff I get for regular and Prime XP and the Evo token stuff. All right. Realmuto, well, I already said his name on the other team because I have him on both teams actually. So just going to pronounce his last name because you heard it already. If you weren't able to, it's JT Realmuto again because I have him as catcher on both teams. Don't ask me why, but that's happened somehow. Anthony Rizzo, Gleyber Torres, Taylor Walls, Tommy Edmond. Yeah, I have Edmond on both teams. Ian Happ. His nickname is kind of funny. I believe it's called the Half Daddy or whatever. I don't understand why, but that's just a bizarrely funny, odd nickname. Ronald Acuna Jr., Andrew Benintendi, Harold Ramirez, Matt Olson, Stephen Kwan, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I know a lot of people call him Vladdy, which I think is a really funny name. Bo Bichette, Mookie Betts, Austin Hayes, Tim Anderson, Francisco Lindor, Tyler Stevenson, Kyle Rowley, Framber Valdez, Corbin Burns, Sonny Gray, Zach Greinke, Jose Barreu. Not Abreu, Jose Barrios. Sorry, I mispronounced his name. It's a pitcher, not a hitter. My bad. Camilo Duvall. Although this is a different version compared to the one on my phone team. David Bender, however you pronounce his last name. Paul Sewell, I have him on both teams. Kyle Finnegan, Alex Lang, or Lange, however you pronounce his last name. I think it's Lang because the E is silent. And then I have that Steven relief pitcher dude on both teams. So yeah, I'm just going to show the featured players on the iPad team right there, if you can see those. There should be 2 pitchers and 2 hitters, which I believe there is. Yes, there are. Although actually they're not updated somehow. All right, so now they are updated. So here's the correct way the featured player should be on the iPad team. Then here's the correct way for the phone team featured players. 2 of them are diamond level, and yes, they are actually diamond level because this year's version of the game shows diamond level in a bizarre way, whereas last few years' versions would show it completely differently. So yeah, that is a bit odd. All right, let's get to the diecast card topic or topics that I wanted to talk about, because one of them is going to be kind of interesting. I bought this car about 2 to 4 days ago, probably really more realistically, as far as I can exactly recall or think back, was 3 or 4 days ago. And for whatever reason, I left the Target store that day not expecting this car to have any more errors besides the weird thing on the back rear tire for the rear left or rear right tire on this car. Now, again, it is a barn find car, so it is supposed to have like some sort of dirty effect and things like that. But the weird thing is, most of them don't come this way, actually. And for some reason, the front tire on this side as well, actually, is also starting to become more of an error than I thought. So, yeah, it is cracked right there. I don't know what's going on with that. It's kind of cracked open right there a bit. Like a small crack or something right there, if you can see where I'm pointing to right there. So yeah, for whatever reason, I don't know if like more dirt or stuff is getting in there, or it's like more of the dirty effect is actually affecting the car. Because the weird thing is, I'm moving the car not even that much. And I can already kind of, like hear the chassis or the exhaust stuff. And for some reason, it causes the back tire where that weird tire problem is to keep moving around. And at times it moves the front one too, actually, as well. So I think I've got a factory distribution error card, because technically I know it says dirty effect and Viking blue, but I don't think they meant effect as in like it would affect the car much more than they thought to make it like more of an error thing, because it doesn't say dirty effect and the effect will cause errors or like problems with the car kind of thing. It just says dirty effect, but it shouldn't affect the car to get more error looking like in a way. So because there's a crack and stuff in there, I think it's probably a distribution factory error kind of thing, something like that. Distribution factory and store error like thing because of that. So yeah. And the other topic I wanted to mention besides errors, because I don't know how many other error like diecast cars I have, I'm not able to get to them right now, unfortunately, but I thought I'd show this one because See the front tire right there? It's kind of hard to see it because it's brown and dirtied because it's a barn find car, and this is actually a prototype thing. Well, it's a prototype of the actual car, so yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't know what exactly happened, but I think mine's a bit more not normal looking than it's supposed to be compared to the other ones, because most of these other ones, all the wheels, rims, and tires, everything, are more in mint perfect condition. So yeah. I will say that I am not into selling my diecast cars. I just thought I'd mention that if you wanted to hear a fact about this car, if you were interested in how much it is selling for online on eBay, it's selling for $13, which is about double the price because this thing is $6 plus tax. So you can kind of understand why I'm saying double, only because it's technically a bit over double before adding tax to the actual car. The other thing I wanted to mention is variations. Some cars will have like different variations of like, steering wheels or like wheels for the rims on like, Hot Wheels and Matchbox car stuff. So yeah, I thought I'd mention that too. Anywho, that's all I had to mention. I do actually have a Matchbox wheel variation car. And then I also have one with like headlights and driving steering wheel variations as well. So yeah, I actually have 5 different Matchbox variation cars in total then in my collection. I'm not able to get to them right now, sadly. But yeah, that's all I had officially planned for the live stream. So now into the fun talk. We can talk now about video games, diecast cars, real life cars, sports stuff, trading cards, food, drinks, stuff like that. In the chat mode, we can ask questions about stuff as long as it's, YouTube fun, safe, and appropriate along those lines too. We could also talk about, new like video games or new like diecast cars, things like that, or like movies, stuff like that. Things people are excited and looking forward to, kind of topics. We obviously have to keep it safe and appropriate for everyone in the live stream. So yeah, I will keep mentioning this. Gran Turismo, that movie, which is based off the car racing video games, is coming out on August 11th. I've seen the trailer for it, and I think they have like 2 or 3 different versions of it. It's really funny. That trailer is just so funny because it's people who technically, in real life reality, have never raced actual race cars before on a track. So yeah, I think that's going to be a really fun movie. Yep. If there's no one else here wanting to talk about anything, fun, safe, whatever kind of like topics, I'll probably just end the live stream right now because I don't think I see anyone in top chat wanting to talk about, like sports, cars, etc., stuff like that. YouTube safe, fun, appropriate topics, things like that. Well, I'm probably going to head out now. Bye, everyone. Thanks for watching and joining. Have a great rest of your week and weekend. So this is something I normally don't say, but it's a non-holiday. I'm going to mention it anyways, just because I feel like it, because I know it's a holiday and some people are celebrating it by taking the day off. So because of that, I just thought I'd also mention happy Juneteenth. I don't know exactly why that's a holiday, but happy Juneteenth, which I will call a interesting, unique, bizarre, fun kind of holiday name for a holiday that people, I don't want this going wrong or right way kind of stuff, but just celebrate today whatever way you choose. That's all I'm gonna say. Technically, I'm just planning on doing some more toy car stuff later on today. That's just me though. I know Rex for his channel, he's probably gonna do a fun, like card pack opening, and people show their like video games and collectible like things on his live stream later on today. So yeah, don't forget to stop by Rex's channel. Have a fun rest of your day, everyone. Fun, safe, happy rest of your day, everyone. And that's it for now, everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. I'll see you all later on today or tomorrow for more Toy Car All-Star Baseball game stuff. Yes, I did the Toy Car baseball stuff shorter today, much shortened compared to what I normally was planning on doing in this live stream, only because if I was to do a best of 4 between those two teams, well, 4 teams in total, but 2 teams going up against each other, yeah. All right. I will end the live stream now. And also, everyone have a great rest of your summer vacation as well. For those of you that are on, summer vacation stuff. Bye. See you all later. And either my live stream later on today or Rex's live stream later on today.